Damn, this thing. God, this thing pulls. It pulls. And I know that was well. Coming up this week, we're in the year 2023. We're gonna start off with a bang. We're gonna take out this beautiful 2022 F-150 XLT model with a few goodies. And right now, as it stands, this truck has only 400 horsepower thanks to the Coyote V8 engine. But by the time we finish this video, it's gonna be packing 775 horsepower. That's what we got coming up. You're watching Life Off Road. I'm Jay Walker. This is J'd Up Motorsports. Welcome to another episode of Life Off Road. Thanks again for hitting that play button, folks, and remember to like and subscribe. Go to my website, J'd Up Motorsports, and remember to click that thumbs up button. The vehicle we're featuring this week is a 2022 Ford F-150 XLT. The XLT is basically the entry level, not quite the entry level to the F-150, but it's basically your standard F-150 with a few goodies added extra. This one comes equipped with the 5.0-liter Coyote motor that is rated at 400 horsepower for right now. By the time this video concludes, it will be mated with the Whipple Supercharger, bumping the horsepower up to 775 horsepower. So this is gonna be kind of like a two-part video, all in the same video. So, but for right now, the way the vehicle sits, as you look at one of my videos earlier, I did a video on the Black Widow edition. The Black Widow edition, my good buddy Gerald, was basically a gigantic truck. It was lifted up 6 inches, you know, looked really mean, had the 5.0-liter in it. It wasn't supercharged. So this one right here is basically the same truck, but it's lowered, as you can tell. This one sits on 24-inch wheels, courtesy of our friends at Butler Tire. That's a shameless plug for them. And it's dropped 3 inches in the front and actually 5 inches in the rear. So it gives it a nice stand. So everybody, you know, most of the days you see a lot of guys are riding up with the lift kits. You still have a few guys that want to kind of ride, I wouldn't say low rider style, but this is kind of, it has a nice stance. And the way this truck looks, I mean, it looks kind of like a sleeper. And believe me, when we add that supercharger to this bad boy, it's going to really be considered a sleeper. But other than that, it's not really any subtle changes to the truck as we walk around it. I mean, it's a very good looking truck, you know. But like I said, when this body style first came out, Ford really knocked it out of the box as far as the design or whatever. I mean, from your logos, you got your vent right here, your side vent with the Ford Performance right here. I mean, it's a very, really sleek look. And this is a beautiful paint job. I'm not sure what type of black this is, but it has metallic in it, just enough. And if you notice the shine on it, this is not wax, folks. This has been ceramic coated. So the entire truck looks like it just came out of a car wash. Even the wheels are ceramic coated. So basically, this truck is damn near impossible from even getting dirty. If you have any little scuff marks, if it rains, take your hand and wipe it right off. I mean, it's very simple. But it's a very beautiful truck. Belongs to a friend of mine, and he wanted us to come out and take a look at it. So let's take a look at the interior, see what we have inside there. All right, folks, so we're inside the truck now. Like I said, this is your basic standard XLT. So you have your standard screen here. I believe that's a 8-inch screen. And you have your nice interior here. This is the nice, like I said, just basic interior. One thing I do like on the door panel, if you flash to the door panel you want, is that kind of wood grain piece there. It looks like it's like a little map inside it, which looks very, very cool. It's a nice design. I really like that. You know, kind of throw a little bit of elegance with the truck or whatnot. But like I said, interior is basically your standard. Let's fire it up real quick. Let y'all hear that Coyote motor. Standard V8, you know, you have your nice digital dash here, 6500 rev limiter, all digital. And like I said previously, you know, you can control everything. You know, I believe this has the sync. I believe Ford still uses the sync program with all of their vehicles. So you have all your music, your XM satellite radio. I believe this one does have the Wi-Fi and all that, your basic stuff. So it's really nothing major, no major changes. This does have the panoramic sunroof here. That is very nice. Full sunroof that opens up. And of course, if you want the shade, you know, I could close it up and it closes up nicely. But it's a nice panoramic roof. This has room for 5, and I'm sure it's very comfortable. I mean, it's a truck. So, and this is a 4x4, folks. So I believe these did come with a 10-speed automatic transmission. So we'll test that out, do a little launch control when we go on our test drive or whatnot. Let's take a look at that 5.0 so I can show you guys what motor we're dealing with here now at the time being as we're filming this, because like I said, later on it's going to have a supercharger on it. But let's look at the motor as it stands now. All right, folks, so we got the hood open, and what you're looking at is, like I said, this is the 5.0 Coyote motor, which is pumping out roughly 400 horsepower, I believe 470 foot-pounds of torque, and which is a good motor for this car. You can get several different engine packages with these F-150s. I believe they start out with the 3.0-liter V6. I think it's a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 with the EcoBoost that's actually making more horsepower than this, believe it or not. I've never really been a big fan of the V6 engines powering these full-size trucks, but they seem to make the technology work. I always just thought it just burned a lot more gas, but they said that EcoBoost with the 450 horsepower really packs a punch. So, but like I said, just keep it simple. American V8, 5.0 liter, can't really go wrong with that. You know, miles per gallon, this is probably 14 in the city, maybe 20 on the highway, so it does pretty good. And I believe this does have the deactivation where you can deactivate the 4 cylinders once you get into cruise mode or whatever to try to save fuel economy or whatever. But we won't be doing that on this video here. You know, we got to stomp it and lay some tire tracks down. So there you have it. So I'm ready to go for a drive. So let's take it for it again. All right, record. All right, here we go. We're in the 2022 F-150, folks. And as you can tell from your screen, this is a beautiful truck, man. I mean, like I said, this redesign with Ford, they really knocked it out the box, you know. For starters, we're gonna play around with this a little bit because right now it's fully stocked, has the 5.0 liter Coyote motor in here. It does have some different gears. We do have 373 gears in the back, so it does launch off the line pretty quick. And we'll show that as we drive along. This thing does have launch control, which is very fun. So we'll show that. But so far, man, for this truck to be lowered, it doesn't feel like it's lowered. I mean, to me, it still feels kind of like your standard, you know, pickup truck. But on camera, it's not slammed down, but it's a nice stance, and it looks very good in person, very cool in person. So we're gonna come around these back roads here. We got a few curves in here, so I'm anxious to test out these wide tires, low profile wheels here that look very nice. It's a beautiful day, man. It's a perfect day for filming. And 5.0, I mean, you can tell it's a V8. That's what I love about these trucks, man. I really don't get the whole EcoBoost, the V6 power. I just think a V6 motor trying to haul. I mean, this truck weighs roughly like 5,700 pounds. And I just really can't see a V6 motor, you know, pulling these, which I'm sure these pull well, but I just think it might burn gas, but I could be wrong. So anybody with Ford wants to reach out and correct me on that, or let me come up there and film a V6 truck, I'll be more than happy to do it, just to kind of do a comparison. But I'm always going to be a V8 guy. I just love the rumble. You put a set of exhausts on this thing and I'm sure it just wakes it up even more. So far she rides very nicely. Hugs the road. Oh, I wasn't trying to do that, folks, but we have it in sport mode right now. So it's getting up. I probably should start the video out in just regular mode at first, but we was trying to work out the whole launch control process, because it is a process to do this, and I'll show you guys as we do it. But this thing is very smooth. Very smooth. Gotta love the black on black. You feel like you're in Darth Vader mode. That's probably what I would name this thing, Vader. And like I said, folks, this is the XLT model, so it doesn't really have all your bells and whistles. But like I said, my buddy just wanted just a truck, typical work truck. He wasn't going to do anything too fancy with it. Now, folks, these wheels, like I said, these are sitting on some 295 24-inch wheels, and surprisingly, they ride very smooth. The ride quality is very smooth. Most of the time when you put the big wheels and stuff on vehicles, it kind of takes away from the ride. But I believe because this one was lowered, it kind of accommodated the stiffness of the suspension, so it's a very smooth plush ride. Yeah, it's very quiet in here. Ultra smooth. Like I said, you can take a road trip in this thing, up in the mountains. Got 4-wheel drive, so you ain't got to worry about getting stuck nowhere. Just what all you get with today's modern trucks, man. I mean, it's really the lap of luxury, man. I mean, like you said, you don't have to just go all out for the top of the line one. Get you a nice, standard one. Add a few bells and whistles that you prefer, and call it a day. That's kind of how I would do it. I figure they pretty much all ride the same for the most part. This thing here, you just feel, like I said, you're in straight stealth mode, Darth Vader mode. The blackout. That should be a character. Now we are going to try the launch control, folks. Just hold your horses, because I do want to show you guys that. We'll find a nice little stretch of road where we can do it. All right, folks. We're finna do a little demonstration of the launch control. All right, so let's go into sport. This thing has all kind of modes in here. Sport. All right, we got it in sport. Traction control. Let's hold it off. It's off. Okay. Put it in 4-wheel. All right. The moment of truth, folks. Launch control. wonder how that would feel with the supercharger on it. Let's find out. All right, just get a little quick pull. All right, folks, and now we are supercharged. Man, woo! You know, it's not every day that you go from 400 horsepower to 775 horsepower just like that, but we're doing that. That's what we're doing now. And this Whipple Supercharger just takes everything to the whole nother level. This is a 3.0-liter supercharger from Whipple. It's their stage 2 package. You have 3 different stages: the stage 1, the stage 1R, and the stage 2, which comes with all the goodies, including an extra pulley that bumps the power all the way up to 900 horsepower. You normally use that if you're at the track, but 775. I mean, this truck now is night and day from the factory settings. I mean, we basically took a factory stock 5.0 engine Coyote motor and doubled the horsepower. And you know, Whipple, with today's superchargers now, everything is, you know, technology has changed just from even 10 years ago when the Whipples came out. You know, nowadays, it's no more heat soak. You know, it's no more adding extra intercoolers. The intercooler is actually inside the supercharger itself. I mean, the supercharger unit is massively big that has all the goodies inside it. So you go to the track now, you don't have to worry about heat soak anymore, which is always good, because what heat soak does is after 1 or 2 passes, you know, the engine gets hot, supercharger gets hot, and then, you know, you lose horsepower. This is at your foot every single time. I mean, just punching it, and you have to be careful. But you have to be careful, folks. This right here gets you in trouble. I mean, it's not every day that you have a base F-150 and you double the horsepower, lower it, put some nice wheels on it, and now you have really a NASCAR. I mean, I'm not over exaggerated, but that's literally what you have. I mean, it's no way to really describe it. I mean, but it's a whole lot of fun, I will say that. It's a whole lot of fun. I mean, that Whipple Supercharger just took this thing to the next level. Oh my God. Man, this is dope, man. But you know, this is a race car now, a race truck. I can just imagine taking this thing on the track and just being able to one's got to slow down. Yeah, there you go. Get out the way. Just taking it to the track. Oh man. Yeah, passing, you pass on the left, folks, if you need to pass somebody. Oh man. Oh, this is this is so much fun. Oh man, this thing got me in tears. Oh, it's speechless, folks. I don't know what else I would have to say. I mean, it's dope. That's all I can say. All you can do is laugh. That's all you can do, man. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Oh man. I'm not gonna say how fast that was, but let's just say it got up there real quick. And this is a truck, folks. This is a full-size pickup truck with this amount of power. I mean, it's insane. It is totally insane. Oh man. Oh boy. Yeah, Supercharge is where to go. It's where to go. Man, I mean, I'm grinning the whole time in this. Yeah. I mean, every time you drive this thing, it's
yeah.
Man.
That roll on something.
And I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Black Ghost. It was a brother all the way in Detroit back in the early 70s. He had a 1970 Challenger. It was painted all black, had all the goodies on it, and he would race at night, and after he beat you in the race, he would just disappear into the night. And they always called him Black Ghost because he never stood around to talk or conversate or whatever. He'd run you, and that was that. That's what this reminds me of, because this thing is quiet, but when you hit on it, you can hear the supercharger a little bit, but it's not a loud whine. And this thing doesn't have an exhaust yet. I don't think my buddy's gonna really put an exhaust on it, because he's probably gonna leave it the way it is. I'm not sure, but this is a silent assassin. I mean, it is. You would have no idea this truck could do this by just looking at it from the outside. It's no way. You would have no idea. You know, like I said, you're running somebody on the highway. Once you mad to the floor, I mean, I'm sure people are gonna be blown away, man. So we'll put it to its paces, and we have a couple of call outs. A couple people, so we're gonna probably set something up down in Mexico and run and see how it measures up. You know, I got quite a few cars that I would like to put it up to and just see how it would compare to most of those. So y'all stay tuned for that. But this right here is a gem. It's a silent assassin. That's all I can say. Silent assassin. I mean, just the slightest touch, and it just chirps out. It just chirps out. You can't help it. You have to leave your traction control on. I do not recommend anybody tearing the traction control off, because you just mad at it, and it just. I mean, it's going to go. It is going to go, and I'm telling you, Not for the faint of heart. I will say that. It's not for the faint of heart. Well, that's it for this week, folks. I want to thank my good buddy Mario for allowing us to take out this absolute beast, silent assassin, Lightning 2.0. I mean, it just leaves me speechless, man. I mean, this is a badass truck, folks. I mean, to take a base F-150 and turn it into literally an 800 horsepower monster. I mean, you just can't beat it. Let me give a quick shout out to my newest subscribers. I appreciate everybody tuning in every week. Let's see who we got. Jamie Rojas, Zena Smith, Andre Burton, Sinfurfy 1018, Stanley K. Rivers, Tony Williams, Tom Thigh, G. Parker, 1972 Smooch, and Bobby Buckhead. Appreciate you guys for newly subscribing. And thank you to my current subscribers. I appreciate you guys riding with me. And go to my website, jwmotorsports.com, order you some merch, t-shirts, got your tumblers, because we're in the hot summer months now. Get your name put on there, JW Motorsports, or wherever you want to put on there. Helps keep you cool. Also want to thank my help, my son Juwan, his buddy Kyle. They always the best in the business, you know, with the photography and everything. You can follow them on their Instagram page. Juwan is at Juwan_DW, and also at Jeddoc, that's at JEDDOC.LLC. Kyle is at No Outlet Photos on Instagram. Check them out. They do amazing pictures and always help me look good, so I appreciate their help. But that's pretty much all I got, folks, and we'll see you guys next time. Later. Damn, this thing. God, this thing pulls. It pulls. And I know that was well.
That was right at one.
That was what the triple did.
Grab traction talk. Oh my god.
Oh, you can see this window.
I was watching it climb the whole time. I was like, oh.
It's just linear, it's just long, and just.
I mean, and it's just pulling like. Cause what's the red line? About 60.
I think they increased the red line, so we'll see.
Okay, that's why I was wondering, cause I never really looked down, cause I was trying to pay attention,
Yeah.
see where they red lined at. Cause I'm assuming factory is probably 65, 6800. Cause those Coyote motors can rev, they can rev out pretty good. Cause they're not a short block.
Yeah.
Y'all good?
Yeah.
I can't wait till y'all feel the all wheel. That right
yeah,
there is
yeah,
gonna it's gonna pin you.
Yeah.
Alright, folks. All-wheel drive mode, four-wheel drive mode. I'll tell you, my head is flush to the headrest, man. It's flush. Jeez, man.